my name is Lyss, and today we're back with the second part of my last video. The impact that Minecraft YouTubers had on me specifically. I'm going to pick it up where I left it for. For you, it's going to be like a week difference, probably. But for me, I'm recording it straight from where I left it. As I was saying, it was just a bit at first that I decided that's my father figures, but right now it really is that as I said, I was like sheltering myself in the dreams and from like from all the disappointment I had on the Dream SMP part. I was sheltering myself on live series specifically. I eventually got really into Hermitcraft and Empires, and that was something I really enjoyed. And I really started to forget. I started to forget what the Dream SMP did to me, and it eventually came back. I decided to go back to it eventually, but just to a closure for me that in a way I can finally live it. I just know that eventually I decided to just watch the Dream SMP one last time, watch everything that I liked about it, sing one last song, and I decided to just finally let it go. And that was what finally made me really be happy in the live series, be happy with Hermitcraft. And I really think that the live series Hermitcraft Empires are really one of the best things that had happened to me. I really appreciate all the members. They always feel like a hug. They always feel like I have a safe space to go on to. Because sometimes when I'm not in a good spot, when I just feel that the world isn't just the world is too much for me, I just retire for a bit and go watch one of them. Grian is usually one of my best ones because he's chaotic, but he's so silly. But I love him so much because he was the first one. He was the first one I got into. That really made me happy. It really makes me happy to watch Grian because it reminds me that he took me out of a bad place, a place where I was feeling like all my world had just been destroyed, and it makes me really happy. The same thing with Mumbo because I really drifted off into his own videos, and I really liked I really like Mumbo. He's one of the he's so sweet, really, and I really appreciate him. I really like Mumbo. One of my two people that are like I really appreciate them, like you don't even know, are Scott and Skiz. Scott and Skiz always feel like a hug. It's something I really like them because Scott is so confident. He has that just vibe in general, and I really appreciate him because also he's part of the queer community. He's gay, and I'm not. I've grown up in a place where it's just not alright to be that. And in my family, one of my uncles is also gay, and it was hard for all the family to accept him. And I know it's going to be hard for my family too when I eventually tell them that I don't like boys at all. And knowing that Scott got through that, it makes me happy, and it makes me brave to eventually tell them. It was actually like Scott's whole thing that made me tell my mom, and she's the only one who actually knows about it apart from my friends. Scott has done a lot to me. Every time I'm just panicking, I'm crying, I always go and watch him. And as I said, Skiz, Tango, and Impulse have grown like to be one of my favorite content creators ever, because they like IRL they're dads, and I really appreciate that because I can lean on them as my father figures. Especially Skis. Literally yesterday I was watching like the words of affirmation he gave to everyone during Limited Life, and during what he said to Big B, I cried because it almost felt like he was talking to me. Because it's hard for me to accept any word of, like, if anyone is trying to say something nice to me, it's hard for me to just accept it. I can't do that. It's very hard for me to speak out about my feelings, to speak out about the things I want, things I don't want, how I feel. It's very hard for me. So hearing that was a really nice thing, because um, it it's not going to sound nice, but my family have called me selfish. That I want everything to be perfect, and I know that. I know that it stresses me out if I don't have the control of the situation. If the things don't go as I want it to go, I know I'm going to get stressed. They have called me selfish. That I want everything to be perfect. Um, and so when people actually tell me you're kind, you're generous, and I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I I refuse to believe that when people of my life have told me that I never care for anyone else but me, I always victimize myself. It it's hard for me to believe it. It's hard for me to believe that I'm actually a kind person. That people actually see something good in me, not so just something bad. My family usually just sees the bad things in me, the things I don't do. They keep on comparing my like me to my cousin, and they compare her to me as well, because she knows how to get around life. She knows the things about life, but she doesn't do well like academically. But I do well academically, but I don't know anything about life. They always call out like the bad things about me, never the good ones. It's it's just it's rare the occasion where they actually say something nice about me. When I go and tell them, "Hey, I got good grades," they're just like, "Yeah, well, as you should do." When I tell them, "Well, I made this and I really like this," and yeah, well, but you should be focusing on school. And recently, literally yesterday, I also got told that I'm going to be like the next captain for my cheerleading team, and I was very happy, and they didn't even seem to care. So as I said, when people tell me that I'm I'm kind, I don't believe it. I my my head doesn't want me to believe that. So hearing Ski still like that, the kind of stuff to Big B, that really made me that made that made me cry. Cause as I said, the last series were an escape for the suffering I had with the Dream SMP, the disappointment I had with the Dream SMP. They were my escape, and now I really see them as a thing I can rely on. That I know they're gonna be there. I can just go back and watch my favorite moments. I can just go back and hear their voices. And that's enough to stop me from crying. That's enough to stop me from having a panic attack. That's always enough. And that's the impact the Minecraft YouTubers have had on me. First, some made me believe that they were the best thing in the world. They made me have dreams. They made me believe in myself. And then the illusion I had from them just vanished. It vanished. It left. And then my actual content creators, the last series, Hermitcraft, Empires SMP, they showed me that there was another way. They sheltered me from what I was feeling. They made me feel better about myself. And I know that if they overcame like a lot of challenges, that I can do it too. They have inspired me a lot. I know what I want to do with my life now. They help me figure it out. I know what I know that I want to help other people. I know I want to teach other people and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate them for everything they've done to me, like everything they've done to help me. I really appreciate them for that. It makes me feel better about myself. And every time I feel like I'm drifting off the path, I can just go back to them and they'll help me get back in the path I want to follow. Because, yeah, they made me realize that it doesn't actually care if people want me to do something with my life. In the end, what matters is that I want to do it. What I want to do. So, yeah, after this very emotional video, two-part video specifically, and after me crying during the recording, I think you can hear it in my voice. Um, yeah, I feel like this is a good place to end the video. If y'all can relate to any of this, you can tell me in the comments. Hell, you can even send me like a message on my Tumblr. I'll make sure to link it eventually. And yeah, I hope you all liked it. Subscribe, like the video. It would help me out a lot. And as I said, if you have any thoughts to share, you can put it in the comments. I'll make sure to answer whatever you want to say. I'll be there for you, because as they were in my life for me, I like to be there for you too. So yeah, this is it. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.